Hello children, welcome to today's English class. How are you today? I hope you're all safe and sound. Now, here is a question for you. What do we do to communicate something with others? You know that we all like to converse something with each other for communication. Today, let us learn the features of a conversation and let us learn how to write a conversation as a major discourse. Then we'll move on to discuss the features of an interview. First of all, let us see we are going to learn from this class. At the end of this class, you will be able to get familiarized with the discourses, conversation and interview, know about the features of a conversation and interview, know the important aspects of a conversation and an interview, know the differences between a conversation and an interview. Let us look at the picture. What are the two children doing in the picture? They are talking each other, right? What is this talking with each other called? It's called a conversation. Let's look at one more picture. Here in that picture, three people are talking each other. So what do we call this one? So this one also called as a conversation. Let us see what is a conversation. Conversation is a form of interactive, spontaneous communication or talk between two or more people. Do you know how to write a conversation? I hope you might have learned in earlier classes how to write a conversation. Let's watch a beautiful video to recapitulate the features of a conversation.
Now, listen to the conversation between two classmates. Ayush. Hi Diya. How are you? Diya. Hi. I'm excellent. Diya. How about you? Ayush. I'm fabulous. Thank you.
Do you know, our government is providing many facilities to the students and plan to change the system of education and infrastructure. What? Is it true? Yes. Haven't you heard about it? No. I have been to grandparents' village. Anyhow, it's good to hear that our schools are being modified. But what about the classrooms, computers and laboratory? Well, even my parents also asked the headmaster about the same things. You know, already the work has started in our school. They are constructing new classrooms, laboratory, library and toilets. Oh, really? When did they start? I suppose last month. And one more thing, even they are installing projectors in each classroom. Wow, that's great. I'll share the same with my parents and I'll ask my near and dear to join the government schools. Anyhow, thank you very much for sharing valuable information. You're most welcome. Oh, sorry, I need to rush home. I'll catch up with you later. Bye. Have a good day. Bye. Take care. We'll meet soon, won't we? Yeah, definitely.
I hope you have enjoyed the video. What did you observe in the above conversation? Did you observe different parts are colored separately? Right, they are the features of a conversation. Dialogues with 10 to 12 exchanges. Here on the screen, a conversation between Bobby and Mom. It started normally calling mom, mom. Mom replied, yeah, what is it, my dear? Bobby, my birthday is coming soon. I want a car for my birthday. Mom, what? Do you want a car for your birthday? Bobby, yes, mom. Mom, well, then think once, do you really deserve to get a car for your birthday? Bobby, how can I think, mom? Mom, precisely, you need to reflect on your behavior over the last year. Then talk to God and tell Him why you deserve a car for your birthday. So in such a way, we need to develop 10 to 12 exchanges. Proper sequence of exchanges sustaining social norms like being polite, reflecting relationships, etc. Look at this. Here we have already seen a video of conversation between two classmates, Ayush and Diya. Here Ayush is wishing, hi Diya, how are you? And asked about her well-being. And Diya also replied, hi, I am excellent. So the sequence of exchanges should be in such a way, and we need to form some social norms also. Opens conversation by greeting and end by thanking. Address each other, for example, sir, ma'am, my good woman, if it is a formal conversation. If it is informal, we will just call by the names only in the beginning, then the conversation will flows. Opens a chance for continuation. Conversation should be a continuation one. Opens a chance for continuation. Contains cooperative signals like during long conversations, especially to assure the speaker that we are listening, we have to use yes, yeah, okay, I see, it's a good idea, I'm not particular, etc. Use discourse markers like well, precisely, anyway, I mean, you know, oh, then, actually, as a matter of fact, to be frank, okay, etc. will add a natural look to the conversation. So we need to include the discourse markers always in a conversation to give a natural look. So look at the screen, already a conversation between Diya and Ayush. You can see, you know, is highlighted. That is a discourse marker. And here are few more discourse markers have been highlighted. Yes, no, well, you know, oh. Question tags and contractions, that, I'll, you are, etc. are also the features of a natural conversation. Again from the same video, that's, I'll have been highlighted because those are the contractions. And haven't is also a contraction. At the end we can see won't we, it is a question tag. So we need to add contractions and also question tags. The exchanges in a conversation are linked with each other using suitable cohesive devices like but, now, somehow, anyhow, I suppose, etc. show agreement and disagreement. Diya says, no, I have been to grandparents' village. Anyhow, it is good to hear that our schools are being modified. So here, anyhow is highlighted because it's a cohesive device, and but also highlighted. It's a cohesive device. Care should be taken that the sentence has a proper syntax. A word forms such as tense, PNG, agreement, affixes, etc. Conventions of writing is also very important. It comes under language specific features, that is punctuation marks and spellings are also important. while writing a conversation, we need to keep all these features in your mind. When the features are completely incorporated in a conversation, that will give a one beauty to the conversation. Children, I hope you have learnt about the features and you might have identified these features in the first video. Now let's watch another video, imaginary conversation between father and his son about his rank and admission to IIT.
Conversation between father and son when he is seeking admission into IIT. Father and son. Father: good morning, my boy. Looking excited. Good morning, Dad. I'm extremely delighted to tell you that I have passed the IIT entrance. Wow, it's a great achievement. Very good, my boy. Thank you so much, Dad. I want to join IIT. Precisely, I am very glad that you passed the IIT entrance, which is a very challenging one. Absolutely, Dad. That's what makes me more excited. You know, you are an intelligent boy. I'm proud of you. But I'm the only breadwinner of the whole family. I'm sad to share our financial constraints. Well, I can understand the situation, Dad. But anyhow, you are aware of the expenses to be borne for marrying off your sisters and educate your brothers. Yes, Dad. However, you are clever enough to reach the heights of glory by studying in Warangal, aren't you? Okay, Dad. I suppose I shouldn't have restrained you. No, it's not like that. I know, my son. I am in a helpless state due to financial problems, aren't I? It pains me a lot. I'm sure you will certainly reach academic heights. Yes, Dad. I'm sure I can reap the academic harvest in Warangal as well. Whatever may be the institution, I have strong belief in myself and I alone can change my life. That's good. Keep it up, my boy. Thank you, Dad. Your blessings mean me a lot.
I hope you all enjoyed the video. Dear children, here is a small task for you. Now, identify discourse markers, cohesive devices, contractions and question tags. I hope you have identified them. Let's see the discourse markers. Wow, precisely, it's, that's. These are contractions. Again, discourse markers. You know, well, okay. However, these are discourse markers again. You are, shouldn't, these are contractions. Anyhow, I suppose, but, these are cohesive devices. And finally, aren't you is a question tag. It's, you'll, that's, these are contractions. Aren't I, again a question tag. Now children, I hope we have learned about the features of a conversation. Now let us look at these pictures. What are these people doing in the pictures? Is it a conversation? It is more than a casual conversation. It's an interview, right? We normally see this kind of setup on television. Now let us see another major discourse and interview and discuss its similarities and differences with a conversation. Before going to that, let's learn what is an interview. An interview is essentially a structured conversation where one participant asks questions and the other provides answers. It's interview with PT Usha. Let's watch and enjoy.
Interview with PT Usha. News reporter. Good morning, ma'am. How do you do? Very good morning. How do you do? I'm the news reporter from Azad TV channel. Okay, good. What can I do for you? You are an inspirational woman to the whole world in the field of athletics. I would like to get more information about you. Please, go ahead. How did a poor girl from 𝗂𝗽𝗍 become the golden girl, sprint queen, and 𝗂𝗍𝗍 Express of India? I faced poverty and illness that made me stronger. I showed deep interest in sports during my teenage after receiving a scholarship of ₹250 from the government of Kerala. In that way, I made my way to sports and I debuted my career by participating at the National School Games, where I gained the attention of the athletic coach O.M. Nambiar through my performance. Since then, I never looked back. What do you consider your greatest achievement? First, of course, as a sportswoman, almost achieving what would have been India's first ever Olympic medal in the 400 meters hurdles, missing by 100th of a second in Los Angeles on August 8, 1984. According to you, what is happiness? In my opinion, happiness is nothing but satisfaction. Satisfaction through work, thoughts, and accomplishing our mission and vision. What is your idea of misery? Misery and sorrow, I don't want to have anything to do with them. I always want to be happy and cheerful. I know it is very difficult to always maintain this frame of mind, but I try to be like this. What is your favorite occupation? Sport. I think I'm fortunate to pursue the occupation I love. There is nothing like experiencing victory and defeat on the track. Now, as a guru, I'm enjoying an extension of my favorite occupation, which I hope to continue for long. Who are your heroes in real life? Myself. Right through, I have been battling, competing against myself, and that self has been ahead always. If there is another hero, it must be 𝗳𝗏𝗧𝗧, whom I met for the first time in 1984 in Los Angeles. What is your motto? Patience first, work hard next, and enjoy the rest. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your story. Your message and your motto are very appreciable. Once again, thank you, ma'am, for your kind, inspirable information to the people. You're most welcome.
I hope you have enjoyed the video, and let's learn the important features of an interview. Questions are prepared in advance. In an unstructured interview, generally no format is followed. So, the interview can take various directions. Look at this. Here, the questions have been already framed in an interview. Before interview, how did a poor girl from 𝗂𝗍𝗺 become the golden girl, sprint queen, and 𝗂𝗍𝗺 express of India? It's a question, already framed one. Unstructured interviews are described as little more than a general conversation. Questions should be the combination of open-ended and closed-ended. Look at this. What is happiness in your opinion? What is your idea of misery? These are open-ended questions. There is no restriction for your answer. You can elaborate whatever you want. You can express. But when it comes for the last question, do you like to read the books? It is restricted. You need to answer either yes or no. So that is close-ended. Proper beginning and ending should be maintained. Interview should catch the uniqueness and feelings of the person. So like, good morning, how do you do? This is called this beginning. And at the same time, we need to end the meeting by thanking. Interview should reflect the achievements, ideas, and beliefs. Here is a question. What do you consider your greatest achievement? So, we need to frame such kind of questions while interviewing. At the end of the interview, we need to thank the interviewee for sparing time and answering the questions. Specific questions are asked in an interview that are to be answered intelligently. Interviews are mostly one-sided, that is, interviewee has to answer all the questions. Intelligent questions like, who are your real life heroes? So answer, myself. Right through I have been battling, competing against myself, and the self has been ahead, always. If there is another hero, it must be 𝗳𝗏𝗧𝗧, whom I met for the first time in 1984 in Los Angeles. So the question should be framed intelligently. And what is your favorite motto? According to that question only, the interviewee should have to answer. Now, I hope you have learned the features of an interview.
Dear children, let's watch the interview with PT Usha once again and observe the features of an interview carefully. Interview with PT Usha. News reporter. Good morning, ma'am. How do you do? Very good morning. How do you do? I'm the news reporter from Azad TV channel. Okay, good. What can I do for you? You are an inspirational woman to the whole world in the field of athletics. I would like to get more information about you. Please, go ahead. How did a poor girl from 𝗂𝗍𝗺 become the golden girl, sprint queen, and 𝗂𝗍𝗺 express of India? I faced poverty
an illness that made me stronger. I showed deep interest in sports during my teenage after receiving a scholarship of rupees 250 from the government of Kerala. In that way, I made my way to sports and I debuted my career by participating at the national school games, where I gained the attention of the athletic coach 𝗹𝗶𝗻 through my performance. Since then, I never looked back. What do you consider your greatest achievement? First, of course, as a sportswoman, almost achieving what would have been India's first ever Olympic medal in the 400 meters hurdles, missing by 100th of a second in Los Angeles on August 8, 1984. According to you, what is happiness? In my opinion, happiness is nothing but satisfaction. Satisfaction through work, thoughts, and accomplishing our mission and vision. What is your idea of misery? Misery and sorrow, I don't want to have anything to do with them. I always want to be happy and cheerful. I know it is very difficult to always maintain this frame of mind, but I try to be like this. If there is another hero, it must be Edwin Moses, whom I met for the first time in 1984 in Los Angeles. What is your motto? Patience first, work hard next, and enjoy the rest. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your story. Your message and your motto are very appreciable. Once again, thank you, ma'am, for your kind, inspirable information to the people.
Now let's move on to another, the differences between an interview and a conversation. In an interview, we collect the information about his family, relatives, friends of the interviewee, whereas conversation is not goal directed, it just goes with the flow. We try to gain an inner feeling of the interviewee, whereas conversation has mutual responsibility for its course. Interview takes place between a professional and a non-professional person, and the conversation can take place between two or more people. The interview is a formally arranged meeting. Definite time, place and duration are to be fixed for the interview. The purpose of the interview is not amusement, therefore feelings are not avoided. In a conversation, tacit agreement is to avoid the unpleasant. I hope you have understood the difference between the conversation and interview. Now here is an assignment for you. Write a possible conversation between you and your friends about your family situation, education and career plans. You may include the following: the financial condition of your family and your friend's family, the subjects you are interested in, the opportunities you have, your career goals and plans to achieve them. I hope we have learned the discourse features of a conversation, and especially discourse markers, cohesive devices, question tags and contractions. And at the same time, we have learned how to write an interview and its features, and we have learned the differences between the conversation and
ఆరోగ్య మిత్ర. బ్లడ్ క్యాన్సర్లలో రకాలెన్ని? బ్లడ్ క్యాన్సర్ లక్షణాలేమిటి? బ్లడ్ క్యాన్సర్ నిర్ధారణకు చేయవలసిన పరీక్షలేమిటి?